Elon Musk just proposed a huge buyout for General Motors. Tesla's current market cap exceeds the sum of those of the world's three major legacy manufacturers, Volkswagen, Toyota, and Renault-Nissan-Mitsubishi, which together account for almost 32 million annual vehicle sales. Elon Musk has shown no signs of slowing down and has even proposed a massive acquisition of GM. What does this acquisition represent for GM going forward? What effects will it have on the EV market? Well, let's find out. Intro. Elon Musk harbors resentment towards individuals who dismiss or cast doubt on Tesla. The fact that President Joe Biden paid no attention to Tesla for more than a year is something that the serial entrepreneur will never forget. More than anything else, Biden has insisted that GM, under Mary Barra's leadership, is driving the electric vehicle revolution in America. But Musk has made it a point to remind President Biden of this whenever possible. Vice President Biden gave a speech at the opening of the automaker's newly restored Detroit Hamtramck factory, dubbed Factory Zero. During a speech to GM CEO Mary Barra, Vice President Biden said, "You electrified the whole automobile industry. I'm serious. You lead, and it matters." This address is similar to the one given by Vice President Joe Biden in August, when the current U.S. administration revealed its aim of achieving 50% electric vehicle sales by 2030. Stellaris, the parent corporation of GM, Ford, and Chrysler, was invited to that event, but Tesla was not. Musk was displeased with the speech and frequently tweeted about the effect of the Tesla on the EV industry. Is GM as valuable as Biden claims? General Motors had to stop making the Chevy Bolt and Chevy Bolt EUV because of a safety issue, but that same year, Tesla almost made 1 million electric cars, while GM only made less than 25,000. Because General Motors currently manufactures several vehicles, including the Cadillac Lyriq and the GMC Hummer EV, an electric version of the legendary Hummer pickup, the company's financials are expected to improve in 2022. In April, General Motors also picked up the production of the Bolt again. However, Tesla, the market leader in electric vehicles, will have a significant lead over the Detroit behemoth by the year 2022, thanks to the opening of 2 new production sites, one in Germany close to Berlin, and another in Texas capital city of Austin. Despite supply chain issues and the closure of the Shanghai factory for many weeks, Musk still expects to deliver over 1.5 million vehicles. The predictions that TSLA shares may be valued at as much as $15,000 is just 4 more years of a booming economy and are even more fantastic. The analysts calculate that Tesla will become more valuable than every major automaker in the world and every major airline in the world combined, including Boeing and Airbus, with enough left over to buy Manhattan. What is the rumor going into the market? According to Blackstone's Byron R. Wine, vice chairman of the Private Wealth Solutions Group, and Joe Zeidel, chief investment strategist, they may have figured out Musk's master plan. They think Tesla will buy a large automaker, which would be a case of a goldfish swallowing a whale. Wine and Zeidel's book, 10 Surprises of 2021, says that a big global car company will be bought out by tiny Tesla in a transaction that includes both cash and stock. Just take a second to consider this. The buyout would put an end to a lot of Tesla's issues all at once, particularly those relating to inflated stock prices and increased output to meet unrealistic demand predictions. Consider how quickly it would address the truly unpayable market cap-to-car ratio at the corporation. According to a recent article by Jeremy Grantham, Tesla's market valuation amounts to nearly $1.25 million per car sold each year versus $9,000 per car for GM. Why is GM's buyout right? Many people view GM as a symbolic of what is wrong with the automotive industry as a whole, with its burdensome bureaucracy, outdated designs, and inflexible ways of thinking. However, the General has the longest and most verifiable history of electrification among the classic makers. The EV1 was an honest attempt at electrification, notwithstanding the "who killed the electric car" hoopla. The same applies to the Volt and Bolt. CEO Mary Barra has pledged to release 30 new battery-powered vehicles around the world by 2025, which is in line with Musk's "We won't stop until every car is electric" slogan. To top it all off, unlike VW, the vast majority of GM's outstanding shares are held by institutional investors. Read avaricious capitalists, making an acquisition much more likely to be accepted by the market. With such a large factory, Tesla may finally put its production issues behind it. What did Elon Musk say about a buyout? To save costs and prepare for the future of electric and driverless vehicles, General Motors said last month that it would cease manufacture of 6 automobile models and deactivate multiple North American assembly plants by 2019. President Trump and lawmakers in states where the layoffs will occur have been vocal in their disapproval of the decision, which estimated to result in about 15,000 job losses. The Lordstown GM facility is one of the 5 plants that General Motors plans to shut down in 2019. Tesla Inc. CEO Elon Musk may be interested in purchasing some of these plants. Bloomberg reports that Musk expressed interest in purchasing the plants on the CBS News program 60 Minutes. Tesla only has one factory in California where they manufacture their all-electric Model S, Model X, and Model 3. It purchased a factory from a partnership between General Motors and Toyota Motor Corp. If Musk goes through with the purchase, 1,500 employees may keep their jobs at the GM facility. After more than 50 years in business, the General Motors plant in Lordstown is scheduled to close in March 2019. A GM representative said that the plant would unallocate in 2019, which means it won't make cars anymore. During an interview with CBS's 60 Minutes, Musk said it's feasible that we would be interested if they were going to sell a plant or not utilize it, that we would take it over. It wouldn't be the first time Tesla bought a failing automaker's plant. According to the electric vehicle blog Electric, in 2010, Musk paid $42 million to acquire a plant that had previously been held by General Motors and Toyota. The factory is now a crucial production hub for Tesla. By 2020, GM CEO Mary Barra estimates that the company's reorganization will have saved $4.5 billion. Barra, in response to criticism from lawmakers on Capitol Hill, reportedly told Reuters that the company will keep an open mind about the future of a manufacturing facility in Ohio. What is the current condition of GM? Even though almost 5 years have passed since GM's big announcement, the figures are all still not in GM's favor. LMC Automotive reports that despite GM's efforts to catch up, the automaker only owns 6% of the fast-expanding U.S. electric car market, while Tesla controls a commanding 66% share. Additionally, rivals like Ford and Hyundai Motor are selling more vehicles than it is. Only about 8% of GM sales are expected to be EVs. That includes cars made by SAIC GM Wuling, a Chinese joint venture that made the best-selling electric car in China 2017. This year, GM is anticipated to begin mass-producing lithium-ion batteries for electric vehicles in the United States, providing an additional advantage for rapidly expanding the EV market. This follows Tesla's lead in this regard. Even now, other manufacturers like Ford and Volkswagen are only getting the shovels in the ground to begin construction on their battery factories. Wall Street has been pressuring GM to spin off its electric car division, including Ultium, to unlock the value that investors have accorded to some EV startups. Barra has never wavered in her conviction that consolidating the assets is in everyone's best interest. So yes, the market hasn't agreed. After peaking at over $65 per share earlier this year, GM stock has now dropped nearly half to below $35. Under Barra's watch, the price has dropped by 14% on many occasions. Concerns about a recession and the success of rivals Ford and Hyundai in the electric vehicle market have also contributed to the stock's decline, and some analysts think GM's most profitable days are behind the company. The future for GM. Executives at GM have speculated that by 2025, the company's EV lineup will allow it to surpass Tesla in sales. Nearly half of the company's planned 30 EVs have been unveiled thus far. Almost all of them use the Ultium platform, and many of them have their ancestry from the 2017 models showcased in the firm's design dome. The company's top brass claims the company and its stockholders are going to reap the benefits of their labors to the tune of $280 billion a year by the end of 2030. The details of Musk's buyout strategy and his vision for the companies remain unknown. But, all in all, everything always goes in favor of Musk. Who knows? He might eventually get his hands on GM. This wraps up our video for today. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel to see more interesting news like this. See you next time.